It's reading time. Children, call all your friends. Welcome to Readers for Growth. I am Busola Faiga Okpelu, and today on the program I have Divine Isibwa.
Thank you, ma'am.
Chidi Oyenuchea.
Thank you, ma'am.
Jessica Akintonde.
Thank you, ma'am.
And our special guest on the program is none other than Honorable Sergius Ogun. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
My advice to parents and grandparents is that they should take interest in the education of their children, particularly what they read and what they watch and what they do. Parents should encourage their children to develop reading habit. You can read with them, you can read to them, and also make books that are healthy available to the children. So parents have a role to play. And I think as these children are growing up, we see them as the leaders of tomorrow. We must begin to inculcate into them a spirit of discipline, because what we lack in our society today is that the children are not, under close supervision to imbibe a disciplined culture. And so we will want parents to pay very close attention and to create time to be with their children, to listen to their children, to interact with their children, so that they can early enough identify their problems or identify when they are going wrong, when they have wrong impression of the society, of themselves, be in a position to guide them correctly. I hope that with the attention of the parents, to the education of their children, this country will be a better place. Most importantly, we must live by example. Parents must live by example. Children they learn better from what they see about their parents, more than what they hear from their parents. So parents must live by example in guiding their children. So this is my advice.
Sir, I know you must love reading a lot as a lawyer. Is that right?
I do a lot of reading. Well, not just because I'm a lawyer, I'm also a politician, as you know. And I should have knowledge of basically everything, from human anatomy to how Christ came to how we can make the world a better place. Yes, I do. I love reading. Thank you.
Sir, does it mean if I can't read, I can't become a lawyer?
Yes and no. You have to know to read. You have to love reading. You have to have the appetite for reading. Besides, in law, you read a lot of books. A lot. And that is even before you graduate. And then when you go to law school, you write only one examination. It's not like the normal, like in school, you have 3 times. First term, second term, and third term. Yeah? Then you write 3 examinations. You do test. But in law school, you write only one mighty examination. So if you do not read from when you started till when you're going to write that examination after 9 months or so, you can imagine what will happen on that day. So when you get the examination paper, you'll be looking very blank. So as a lawyer, you will read and read and read again. But I can tell you, the best way to build your appetite for reading, begin to read novels now. So you naturally love reading. So by the time you get to a level when you are reading big books, it will not be anything to you anymore.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, when you were going to school, were students making use of the library?
Well, yeah, it depends now. I've been to so many schools. In primary school, no. Secondary school, yes, we had a library, a functioning library, wonderful library. Yes, we made use of it. And we had the university, yes, and it was very rich. We gained a whole lot using the library then.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Sir, what are your favorite books?
Well, number one is the Bible. And I read a book on Barack Obama. I'm trying to remember, Audacity of Hope. And I worship in Christ Embassy. I have read practically everything written by my pastor, Pastor Chris Oyakilome. He also wrote something on Audacity of Faith. I actually found that richer than the Audacity of Hope. The Audacity of Hope is a much bigger book than Audacity of Faith. Those are the few I can tell you right now. I used to read a lot of James Hadley Chase when I was a much younger person, but I don't believe in all those things they told me then anyway. I can't remember most of the titles now.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, in your own time, how do young people get books to read?
Well, growing up, I'm wondering if I was reading anything really. I'm trying to remember now. Well, we pick bits and bits. Like I said, growing up, when I was in secondary school, and it used to go from hand to hand. Now I'm wondering how we used to get them, and I can't even quite remember. Somebody reads and tells you that, I just read this title. And then, somehow it gets to you, you read it, and it gets to another person. But for me, as a father, now, I buy books for my children, especially my wife handles that. They have a lot of e-books to read. But growing up, I think, basically, we have to pick from friends to read.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, how many books have you read up till now?
Whoa. Academic books, I can't put a finger on that, but talking about novels and all, I can only do a guesswork. Maybe between 50 and 75.
Thank you, sir. Sir, please advise the children at home on reading.
Thank you very much. Reading is one habit as a young person you should imbibe. When you read, it does a lot of things to your makeup, to your growing up. It builds your mind, it develops you, and you even grow older intellectually than your age mates. Because the things you learn, the things you gain from reading, helps you grow faster, mentally or otherwise. So my encouragement will be, read the right stuff. Don't read anything. Don't read junks. If you're a Christian, read the Bible. Read Christian books. And then I will advise parents to recommend books, to look at the books that the children are reading. Because it's important you read the right things. Because if you read the wrong things, it can influence you negatively.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir, what are your hobbies?
Oh, well, I like sports. Growing up, I used to play soccer, but at least as you can see now, I'm here. If I was a good one, I would not be here. I probably would have been making money in Europe or somewhere. I used to love football. I almost missed a class because of football. And I still love football right now. My favorite team is Arsenal, although we do not win trophy. But we are very loyal fans. I like to play golf someday, maybe when I retire from politics. And I used to play table tennis. I was actually good in that. But again, not professional. And I like to relax if I can and just read. And I like to evangelize. I like to preach to people. That helps me to really relax.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. The title of my book I'm reading right now is City Boy. Early in the morning, on the next day, Baba Saji left Ibadan for Oloruko. Akinde and Abiodun saw him off to the bus station, he gave his parting words to Abiodun. Face your studies. Spend your pocket money very well. Write to let us know how you are faring, he concluded. Abiodun waved excitedly to his father as the bus left the station. Within the short time he spent with the family of his big brother, Akinde, he became familiar with them. He found his wife to be very friendly and kind. The two children were happy that their uncle from Olorupo would henceforth attend college in Ibadan. On the day of resumption, Akinde boarded the staff bus as usual. Early in the morning, he promised to return by noon to take Abiodun to his college. Abiodun had gotten his things ready. His brother returned home as promised. They left home immediately. No one was at home at this time. Akinde's two children had gone to school. His wife had also gone to work and they were yet to return. They took a taxi and it was quite a neat and functional one. They reached the college after some time. The road to the college was quite busy as several vehicles were on their way to the institution. Abiodun discovered that a new notice board had been erected. It was different from the one he saw a few months ago. It was bigger and more beautiful, written in golden color. United Model College, Center of Academic Excellence. New students were directed to queue up in front of the college's hall. Abiodun wore a short-sleeved shirt, shorts, and a cap. He looked smart and handsome. He walked towards the hall with excitement and joy boldly etched on his face. He was eager to see his friend Adebi from Olorupo. But the latter was yet to come. Abiodun was number 7 on the queue. It was now his turn to be checked. The man who checked the credentials and payment looked at him with interest. He focused his attention on his cap. "City boy, am I right?" he asked. "Yes, sir, you are right," replied Abiodun. "You are welcome to United Model College," he said in a friendly manner. "Are you from Lagos City?" he asked. "No, sir. I have never been to Lagos, but I may visit in the near future." "Where are you from?" "I am from Olorupo." "Oloru what?" "Olorupo, a small town in southwestern Nigeria." "How did you come by this cap?" "Sir, the cap was given to me by my brother, Akinde Alaba. That is him over there. Your cap is beautiful. I admire it myself." "City boy," the man repeated. "United Model College will give you the best in secondary education. Embrace it. Knowledge is like the best food given to a hungry man. You will stay in Freedom House. It is on the eastern part of the campus here. Take your things there. You will see the prefect and other officials there," he concluded. Abiodun had earlier handed his school fees to the man, who in turn handed it to a woman who sat next to him. The woman counted the money, issued the receipt, and Abiodun collected it. "You can now go to your hostel," she advised. Akinde still followed Abiodun to the hostel. They were soon in Freedom House. A tall, friendly senior student, whom he later learned was the house prefect, welcomed him. He looked at his face and focused again on his cap. "City boy, how are you?" "Fine, sir," replied Abiodun. "What is your name?" "Abiodun Alaba." "From London, Paris, or New York City?" "From Olorupo." "Sir, is that a city?" "It is a city of the future, sir. Olorupo is my hometown. It will become a city one day. Take your luggage inside the hostel. Your guardian or brother cannot follow you inside. Don't forget to deposit your pocket money with the housemaster, advised the house prefect, whose name Abiodun later learned was Samson Adewale. Akinde was happy that everything went well. He gave a gift of 100 naira to Abiodun. I hope you can come to my house by yourself, he said. Thank you very much, sir. I can find my way. You can come during your next open day. I understand you have an open day once a month. Please face your studies and keep good company, he advised. Thank you, sir, Abiodun said. Akinde left and Abiodun looked for his friend from Oloropo. He was worried when he did not see him. 2 hours after he had settled in the college, he saw Adebi, who was on his way to Kyo, his luggage in his hands. He wore buba and soro. He did not wear shirt and shorts like most of the students. His father followed him. He later learned that his mother wanted to come, but was persuaded not to do so by his father. When did you arrive? Abiodun shouted in joy. Just a few minutes ago, replied Adebiyi. I have been in the city in the last 2 days. My father came but left yesterday. We stayed in my big brother's house at Oniyarin. My big brother brought me here this afternoon. City boy, you are faithful to your new beautiful cap. So you have been in this city for the past 48 hours? Asked Adebiyi. Yes, I have, he replied. Soon they saw some of the students with whom they took the entrance examination. Adebiyi was sent to Macaulay House. He went to deposit his luggage after the payment of his fees. The campus was now a beehive of activities, with students going up and down. But senior students could be identified. They were confident and assertive. Abiodun Adebiyi found that the college was well organized. The bell was soon rung for dinner. All the students who had arrived trooped to the dining hall. The new students also went to the dining hall. The meal was rice and beans. Everybody held tightly to his cutlery. Abiodun and his friend from Oloropo and other new students had to use fork, spoon, and table knife to eat henceforth. This was not the practice in most homes, but the new students were determined to learn fast. Abiodun was impressed by the regimented life of the boarding house. After dinner, the bell was rung for students to go to evening prep. At 10 p.m., the bell went for lights out, and all the students had to go to bed. The Harmattan haze was everywhere. Early the following day, the bell was rung for students to wake up by 5:45 a.m. Abiodun and his friends did not like it. The sleep was sweetest at this particular time, but they had to get up and prepare for schoolwork. New students learned that each student would be given money duty to do before going to school. Abiodun was assigned to sweep the veranda of his hostel. It was a long veranda. He did not like it at all first, but with time he enjoyed doing it. The students gathered in the big assembly hall by 8 o'clock in the morning. The national pledge was read. The college's anthem was sung by all with vigor. It went thus: we are proud students of United Model College, a citadel of learning, known for excellence far and wide. We are proud students of United Model College. Hard work, honesty, and probity are the hallmarks of our institution. We are proud students of United Model College. The seed we plant today becomes the oak of tomorrow. We are proud students of United Model College who strive for excellence from hour to hour and day to day. The principal later addressed the students briefly and stated the major objectives of the college. He emphasized hard work, diligence, honesty, and perseverance for all to make it in life. We are known for producing students who are a pride to the nation, he concluded. As students marched into their classes, Abiodun had a feeling of fulfillment that he was in the right institution. He was positive that he would make a success of his stay in the college. Okay, so my question will start with, let me take you from, in no particular order. I'll start with you, Jessica. What did you learn from what we have read, especially about Abiodun?
He went to boarding school and he learned that boarding school was fun being there.
Great. Chidi,
Sir.
Abiodun was, okay, you are in GS, you're in primary school. Okay, let me come to Divine. Divine, Abiodun was looking out for his friend, Adebi. You think that's a good character? You think it's a good thing to look out for your friend?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any friend that you look out for
Yes.
in school?
Yes, I do.
And what's the name of that friend?
His name is Lawal.
And what does he encourage you to do? Do you put reach together?
Yes.
Are you in the same class?
No.
Okay, he's just your friend. You grew up in the same neighborhood?
No.
Okay. Chidi,
Sir.
will you want to be in boarding house someday? You're in primary school now,
Yes.
so you're going to go to high school in a short while. You like to be in boarding school?
Yes.
And when you go to boarding school, will you like to behave like Abiodun and wear a hat that says City Boy?
Yes.
Okay, so let me come back to you, Jessica. There was a certain, let me use the word you young people use these days. There was a certain swag about Abiodun coming from maybe a village or Lorupo, but he never admitted, okay, I don't want the question to be too long. What did you like about his swag, about his courage?
He was wearing a cap that says City Boy.
And he didn't look as if he was coming from a village, from a city. But he was not intimidated by the fact that he's not coming from Lagos or the big cities. So what do you like about that? His confidence. You like that?
Yes, sir.
And then if tomorrow we send you to London and you wear a baseball hat that reads, I'm a New Yorker, you'll be intimidated if they ask you questions as to, have you ever been to New York?
Yes, sir.
Great. Divine, I need to ask you a question that you will talk. Are you in a boarding house?
No. I'm
Okay.
not.
Okay. Will you want to go to a boarding house someday?
Yes.
Are you ready for the kind of life in the boarding house? Like you heard, it's regimented. There's time for everything. They woke up 5:45 a.m. And like you said, that period is when sleep is sweetest. And we all know that. Are you ready to sacrifice all the help you get at home now to go to the boarding house
Yes.
to do that?
Yes.
Are you ready for the drill?
Yes.
Okay. And Chidi,
Sir.
United Model College is a center of academic excellence.
Yes, sir.
And from the principal's address, I could tell from what Abiodun even said, he was very encouraged that he believes that he's gone to the right institution. So when you're going to high school, is that the kind of school you like to go?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Sir, on behalf of the children of Readers for Growth, we present you this.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Dear parents, I want to just, being a parent myself, encourage you to give attention to your children as they will not live with you forever. They go through primary school. Sometimes when they get to the high school, we send them to boarding school. and then we leave them to the tutors and their guardians in school. It's what we have put in them at home that they will go there to exhibit. So I want to urge all of us to encourage our children to read. And while they are reading, we need to look at the materials they are reading. And if we can create time to go through those materials with them, like I said earlier on, they are not going to live with us forever. Most parents are losing their children today because we have become slaves to what we do, our jobs. We're not blaming anybody. We need to put food on the table. We need to be able to pay their school fees and send them to the right schools. But if you do not lay the right foundation, those things will come and haunt you later if you don't raise these children well. So I want to encourage us to look at their materials. The Bible says, bring up a child the way he should go. When he's old, he will not depart from it. Get these children rooted in the things of God. That's one foundation that nobody can take from them. So that by the time they grow, anywhere in the world they go to study, they will not bring shame to you. They will bring joy to you, even in your old age.
For you to become someone in life, you need to go to school. When you're in school, what do? You read and study. Reading is an ingredient to success. Thanks to our special guest on today's edition, Honorable Sergius Ogun, for coming on to the program. Thank you to the children in the house, Divine, Chidi, Jessica, and to the children at home. Always remember to make time out to read. I am Busola Faiga Okpelu. Next week is another date. Read today, lead tomorrow.